Yeah,
Hello,
we're
hello
on.
in the box. Okay. My name is Rob McBride. I am a television correspondent. The most satisfying and encouraging thing is that Purple just asked me how long have I been working for. Is it 10 years? Well, I wish it was 10 years. My first story, I think, was in the Falkland Islands in 1984, where I was working on the Penguin News as a trainee journalist. All right, figure that. So that's a long time ago. 1984 was when I started. So a bit more than 10 years. I now work as a correspondent, freelance correspondent for the Al Jazeera Network. This is the Al Jazeera Bureau. Here in Manila, here is Miguel, camera person. This is their beautiful bureau. This is the backdrop live shot that we use when the correspondent is talking to the world about what's happening in the Philippines. That is there. I am also, for my sins, one of those multi-skilled people because I learned how to edit, which I'm sure all you young journalists are also learning how to do, and use cameras. And I became, I think, one of the original video journalists. So sometimes I'm asked to travel with a camera and tripod and lots of gear and be a video journalist. Also using new bits of equipment. I say new bits, that's quite old now. A BGAN, do you know what a BGAN is? Broadband Global Area Network. It's basically a large satellite phone that talks to a satellite and means that you can use one of these cameras and get a broadcast quality signal up to the satellite, so basically you can broadcast from anywhere. So if you learn these sort of technologies, you tend to be on the road quite a lot. So I tend to travel quite a lot on the road, sometimes working behind the camera, working as a VJ or video journalist, sometimes working in front of the camera, and that's when you have to wear nice shirts. A quick tip, by the way, has this gone on too long, Purple? No, probably not. It probably has. A quick tip is don't overtalk, don't talk too long. A quick tip is when you're out on location, what I used to do is you're running around as a video journalist or as any sort of journalist, especially in the tropics, it gets hot, your shirt gets sweaty, you take off whatever shirt you're wearing, you put on this shirt to go and do your piece to camera. What happens is it instantly gets soaked with sweat, right? So that's what you don't do. What you do is you wear a t-shirt all the time. This gets damp and not necessarily wet. You then put on another shirt over the top of that to do your piece to camera, and you then have 7 minutes before the sweat soaks through from the t-shirt onto the shirt. Just a quick tip there. And if you're in the bureau, that's when you have to wear your jackets and ties and things like that. But normally out in the field, we just wear shirts and things. This is going on too long. But I just want to show you, even I am learning new stuff, which is it's very difficult, especially at my advancing years, because there is a graph, and the number of brain cells is going like this, and the rate of technological change is going like that. It's a divergent sort of graph, as we all know. So it gets harder to learn these things. But even I am learning new stuff. On the current job that we've been doing, not only doing the traditional sort of mainstream package and live and Q&A and then walk and talk wraparound, or all the other standard ways of doing our media and our television. We also have to do a lot of the social media. So WhatsApping. Do we WhatsApp? No, we don't WhatsApp. What's it called? Twitter. I don't actually Twitter, but don't tell the newsroom that yet. I've managed to avoid Twitter and hope I'll never have to use Twitter. But what we do is Facebook Lives. It's a new trend now for all the broadcasters, mainly as a way of getting money, and a way of distributing their content to all these different platforms. The journalists are expected to do a Facebook Live, so you'll be on air doing a live Q&A with people in all who are on Facebook. And they'll be sending you questions which you have to look with your glasses to try to read the question and then answer that person. So Facebook Lives, which may last for up to 15 or 20 minutes. And then at the other end of the technological spectrum, you have, instead of things being very long and drawn out, like a 20-minute Facebook program as opposed to 2-minute news story, then you go right down with the same technology and do something like, what's it called? Snapchat. Sorry, I can't even know the name. You do it a Snapchat, which is down to 10 seconds, right? 10-second clip, and then a one sentence describing what you're seeing. And that's what we've been doing just on the last story. This apparently disappears after an hour or two. Is that right? Is that what Snapchat does? After 24 hours, I said, I had no idea about this stuff. But this is a snapshot of what we were doing. So while Miguel was taking the main shots, I'm working in the side, using my little phone, basically as a video journalist. So you can't escape the video journalism, even when you're working with a standard television crew, with a standard camera like the very efficient Miguel here. You're still, as the journo, expected to pick up devices and start telling the world.